Okay, today I'm taking you into my study because we're going to be talking about pastor study tools. These books behind you are a portion of my study, and they're the tools of my trade. This is where sermon preparation really happens. As a working pastor, you're going to want to have a working study. Now, I realize a lot of things are done now on the internet. A lot of things that I have collected over the years that I use in my study are now available on the internet. But the tools haven't changed, just their format. So you still need to know what these books are.
First, let's talk about original language tools, that is, Hebrew and Greek tools.
Now over here, I keep my Bibles. Now let me show you the original Bible, the one that is the authoritative source. This is a Greek New Testament, and this is a Hebrew Old Testament. The Greek and the Hebrew are the original Bibles, and if you're going to do very serious Bible study, you need to be able to be familiar with the Greek and the Hebrew.
As far as Bibles, now this is a page from the original Greek New Testament, at least one of the best manuscripts we have of that. You notice the footnotes at the bottom, which are various readings from different manuscripts that are in existence about what the text says. Here is a page from the Hebrew Old Testament. One of the interesting things about Hebrew is that it reads on the page from right to left rather than left to right. So the front of the book is actually the back of the book.
Now, along with the Greek Bibles, of course, you need to have lexicons and other helps to go with it. A lexicon is a dictionary of Greek or Hebrew that gets more into the grammar than an ordinary dictionary.
Now here is the New Testament lexicon done by Arndt and Gingrich. These were a classic pair that worked on the New Testament. It's been around for a while, but it's still very good. Along that same lines, Gesenius's Hebrew Chaldee lexicon of the New Testament is considered one of the best. It doesn't really matter which lexicons you have, but you need to have a lexicon to be able to get into the New Testament and the Old Testament original languages. Another useful tool for doing original language work, even if you don't know the original languages, are concordances. Now, a concordance is a listing of the number of times that a word is used in the Old and New Testament. They have different variations to them. The three most popular concordances are Cruden's, which is the easiest and simplest for lay people, Young's Concordance, and the all-time favorite is Strong's Concordance. Strong's Concordance is so well favored that many Bible study tools key off the numbers in Strong's Concordance.
Now here's a useful addition to your library. Wuest's Word Studies of the Greek New Testament. This is one of several different word studies that are available. It's a very useful tool for your library. If you really want to get into word studies, this is your gold standard. This is Kittle's Theological Dictionary of the Greek New Testament. As you can see, it has 10 volumes, and it is tied to the Greek alphabet. This is probably the most accurate tool that you can buy in English to study the words of the New Testament.
Now let's talk about some English Bible resources. One of the most useful that you can have is a Bible encyclopedia. This is the 5-volume International Standard Bible Encyclopedia, which is considered a very good one, although there are others as well. It contains long articles on many things of interest in the Bible. Bible dictionaries are not like other dictionaries in that they don't just give you the definition of Bible words. They actually are more like small encyclopedias. Unger's Bible Dictionary is probably the best known of these, although there are dozens of others. They're mostly one-volume articles similar to Bible encyclopedias. Next, we have our Bible Atlas. A Bible Atlas is a book of maps. That's what an atlas means. Many of the Bible pictures and Bible maps that you may want to see are easily found on the internet. Nevertheless, sometimes it's good to have the book in your hand. Holman Bible Atlas is one of the best of the Bible atlases, though there are many more. But an atlas is a book of maps, Bible maps. Then we have Bible handbooks. Now, a Bible handbook is similar to a Bible dictionary, but it also contains other information in it that you wouldn't find in a dictionary. For example, there will be Bible maps there, maybe archaeological information, and they're usually small. Now, the Haley's Bible Handbook is probably the best known of the Bible handbooks, though there are many more. They're designed so that you can carry them with you and study them wherever you study your Bible. And finally, we come to study Bibles. Now, a study Bible is a regular Bible in one of the translations that you're familiar with, but it has a combination of what you'd find in Bible encyclopedias, in Bible dictionaries, in Bible atlases, and other helps, word studies, as well as commentary, written usually in the bottom of a page or at the back of the Bible. Many, many Bible study Bibles over the years have been popular. Here's just a handful of the many that are out there today. The NIV Study Bible, the MacArthur Study Bible, the NKJV Study Bible by Nelson. The Orthodox Church has its own study Bible. The Keyword Study Bible, the Dake Study Bible, the Life Application Bible, which comes in many different translations. This, I said, is just a handful. The one thing you have to watch out, though, about study Bibles is that they usually contain commentary right there in the text. So you want to make sure to be able to separate what the authors of the study Bible say from what the Bible itself says. Don't rely upon the notes in your Bible to always be accurate. Check them out in other places as well. Now, that finally leaves us to commentaries. Now, we're going to be spending a whole video on commentaries, but the one comment that I need to leave you with is this. They're our last resort, not our first resort. Before we go to commentaries to see whether or not what this person or that person thinks of the Bible, let's study it for ourselves. Commentaries are used to check our understanding of the Bible. They are not used to supplement our own study. Let's not get lazy and let somebody else do the Bible study for us. Let's study it for ourselves. Let me close this session by just introducing you to one of the little decorations I have in my study. This little fellow, this is a Hebrew rabbi that I picked up in Israel. You notice that he's holding in his hand a book. The rabbis of old believed that study was a very important part of the faith. In fact, the spiritual leaders were called teachers or rabbis. It helps me to remember that if I'm called to be a preacher, I'm also called to be a teacher. And if I'm called to be a teacher, I'm called to be a student as well. Don't neglect your study work for your preaching work. Your preaching will be only as good as the information that you dig out of your studies. So become scholars. Study the Word.